studio. Now, 20 years ago, I can remember, 19? Mm-hmm. Are you going to pick me up on everything, aren't you? I know, you're going to be one of those, I wish I'd done my homework better. 19 years ago, I can remember everyone that I knew had Tubular Bells. Absolutely everybody had a copy of the album. Mm-hmm. And now, 19 years later, here's Tubular Bells 2. Right. People don't normally make sequels to albums, do they?
Well, you see, that is why the whole idea of Tubular Bells 2 is so great, because I suddenly had the idea, sequels. I thought film, sequels, you know, music. Nobody's made a sequel to a piece of rock music. So once I had the idea, I had to do it. It was irresistible.
It's very clever. Listening to the album, which I did today, and it's a great album.
Thanks.
Listening to it, a lot of it is like, you think, oh, that's Tubular Bells 1 there, isn't it? But it's clever because the notes are not the same, obviously. Yeah. Otherwise you'd be ripping everybody off.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people rip me off. You know, how many times have you put on a commercial and thought, that's Tubular Bells, isn't it? And then you realise, no, it's not. Yeah. So that's another reason why I did it, because I was fed up with people ripping me off. I thought I'll rip myself off. Yeah. You know. But it's Tubular Bells 2. If I'd have made it too different, it would have been, you know, something else, Piccadilly Circus, something. I want to call it something different because it's Tubular Bells 2. It's got to sound a bit like Tubular Bells, otherwise people would go, man, it's not Tubular Bells 2.
Why'd you call it Tubular Bells 2? Yeah, exactly. Stupid question, really, from my behalf. Now, you're on a new label now. Yeah. Now, when I ever explained to people who weren't around in 1972, well, Mike Oldfield, Tubular Bells, yeah, he was the man who, you know, made Richard Branson what he is today. If it wasn't for him, you know, Richard wouldn't be flying around the world. So, I would have thought that Richard owed you his life. And why on a new label?
Well, as Richard got involved in his airline, he got less and less interested in music. And as things went on, people changed, you know. Virgin in the early days was great, but, you know, it was 20 years ago, people changed. By the end of the company, there was nobody there that I knew or felt I could talk to, and so what I did is I wanted to work out my contract and get free and find a whole new set of people around me, a new manager and a new label, and I've been doing that since the beginning of last year.
Has Richard Branson actually said anything to you about Tubular Bells 2?
Well, funnily enough, as soon as I left, he sold a company, which is strange. And then he rang me up and said thanks, because he'd obviously somebody just given him great big piles of millions of pounds. Yeah. And he did give me a discount on his airline, but I do think I could go for nothing.
Yes.
If you're listening.
I would think so. Richard, this man made your empire. God's sake. Now, you launched the album in a great big television spectacular, which is now available on video, live at the Edinburgh Castle. Right. We'll have a little look at that now. Oh. So you can comment on it if you like, just like they do at boxing matches.
I'll just tell you one thing, it was bloody cold. So look at my face. Although I was a wonderful concert, I'm going, Scotland.
Oh, yeah, he's just holding it all together. That's now out on video. You can buy this, but obviously they haven't got it ready yet in the control room, but here it is now, I think. Tubular Bells 2 there with Mike. How do you feel about watching yourself there like that?
Well, it was such a great concert. I mean, I was so nervous because the whole thing hung on this concert, you know. Nobody had ever heard Tubular Bells, and if the concert had been a success, that would have been it, you know. I'd have probably been machine gunned by the press, you know. As it turned out, you know, 2 minutes into the concert, you know, the audience was right there, right from the start. And they recognised, you know, things that came from Tubular Bells 1, but they were changed and they were updated, and it was a modern thing, and they were there right from the start, and I just knew that I got it right. And then 2 days after this, we heard it gone straight to #1 in England. There was no party time all around. It was fantastic.
You're very unique as a musician. Now, in your press releases, which you get from the record companies, you never know how much of this, you know, you say, but it says in here that you don't mind being an ambassador for instrumental music, and you'd like to say to kids who are making music that you don't have to make chart material. Right. But isn't it true, though, that record companies, they're not interested in the experimental stuff? Don't they want people who are going to sell millions? And
well, that's true as well, yeah, but, you know, that message applies to record companies as well, you know. You look at the things that have sold the most in the history of music, they're the things that are different, you know. And then, at the moment, a lot of music is computerized, and there's not a lot of real musicianship. I mean, tell me how many fabulous instrumentalists can you remember have appeared in the last 10, 15 years? How many? Zero?
Mike Oldfield?
No, I was here before.
Oh, you said before.
I mean, the only person I could think of is Nigel Kennedy.
Yeah.
Because the advent of computers, because you can get a synthesizer, dial up a preset and go, put your hands on the keyboard and sound like the Royal Symphony Orchestra.
Yeah.
People stopped learning how to play. And programming a computer is so easy and so quick. You know, it can be, you can, in 1.5 minutes, sound like you're on the top 40 radio. So people, young musicians, have got to start learning how to play, really play again.
I think that's a good point. Having said that, quickly, we're going to see the single now, Sentinel.
Right.
But you've used modern technology there. You've actually got together with one of the most modern bands of all, the Orb.
Yes. Although I use modern technology, I keep it in a corner. It's a new instrument, you know. I still play with my 2 hands on a real instrument, you know, and I don't let the computer take over.
Okay.
That's the secret.
That's the secret of your success. All right, time to sell some records, Mike. Sell some more records. Here's Sentinel, the single from Tubular Bells 2. Oh, look at that picture. That's a funny picture. That's Sentinel, of course, the single. Mike Oldfield from Tubular Bells 2. There's a lot more beautiful music like that on the album, sort of music that you can put on at home and go elsewhere, I suppose. Can't you?
No, you sit down and bloody listen to it.
Well, yeah, I mean, you bloody listen to it, but
you
then
bloody
you
listen to it.
But then you bloody go elsewhere, don't you, sort of?
Oh, I see what you mean.
Know what I mean?
Oh, I thought you meant go down the pub.
No, no, put it on, go down the pub, and come back when it's finished, and put the pistols on it. Just a joke. Now, as you know, I'm trying to learn how to play guitar because being on MTV, it's about time I learned some music. And, well, I've got this gift from Les Paul, and Mike's taught me how to play a chord, which is D, I believe, Mike. Isn't it?
It is, yeah. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Yeah. And you like flamenco music?
Yes.
It's one of the most wonderful forms of music in the world. But you can play a little flamenco thing. Let's just get a little rhythm going.
I've actually got to play while you're playing, all right?
Yeah. It's just I want a downbeat chord beginning every bar, right?
Downbeat chord.
3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Wow, thank you very much,
We need
Mike.
a dancer as well. But
We need a dancer as well. Oh, we need a guitar lesson, I think, or two. Don't try that at home, kids. I'm a professional. We'll be back after the break with more Most Wanted. Mike, thanks very much.
pleasure. My pleasure.
Brilliant stuff.